Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Sunday, the 8th of September 2024, the year of 1 million transactions per second or more. Experience the best of both worlds today at betbitcoinsv.com, the best casino of sports betting on chain. Have a little flutter in private using the original protocol and genuine Bitcoin. Right, let's see what we got in store for us today. Check this out, an article by Cointelegraph says Ripple co-founder signs letter endorsing Harris for president. I mean, this is like the just utter propaganda, deception and corruption that we're up against. Just unbelievable. Just got this graph here which we're going to go over. Shows you like the pile of shit that the Harris-Biden camp have left the United States in. We've got this article by CryptoPotato saying 96% of NFTs deemed dead as market struggles with speculation and volatility. Finally, that scam's come to an end. We've also got one here saying that Vitalik Buterin pledges layer 2 tokens to support public goods in Ethereum ecosystem. Again, everything's falling to shit because nothing works. Got some articles here that we might touch on by BSV blockchain, a little bit 365 days of Bitcoin history. Then we've got some figures to go through, and that will be the end of the show. Right, let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, them transactions flying free. Just wait for the Terra node, you'll surely see.
Alright then, so this article here says a Ripple co-founder signs letter endorsing Harris for president. I mean, who's that going to be? Brad Garlinghouse? Previously, another former Ripple board member, Gene Sperling, left the White House to join Kamala Harris' 2024 presidential campaign. Oh my goodness me, they're in deep. They know they have to be in deep because Ripple is absolutely a security. So literally all they're doing is buttering up to all the politicians. Yeah, literally what they're doing is they are selling Ripple, which they made from nothing, that does nothing because it's a completely centralized network, and just literally ripping the public off millions of dollars. So it's just like, all right, we'll just pay the politicians off and keep them sweet, keep the scam going. That's what this is all about. A key executive at Ripple, the firm behind the XRP cryptocurrency, is among multiple signers of a letter endorsing Vice President Kamala Harris for president. Chris Larson, co-founder and executive chairman at Ripple, has signed a letter endorsing Harris for president of CNBC, reported on September 6th. The report cited a letter signed by 88 corporate leaders, surprise, surprise there, in the United States, and mentioned the other prominent signees, including Aaron Levi, co-founder and CEO of the enterprise cloud company Box, Yelp CEO Jeremy Stoppelman, Snap chairman Michael Lighton, and former 21st Century Fox CEO James Murdoch, among others. In early August, former Ripple board member Gene Sperling left the White House to join Kamala Harris' 2024 presidential campaign. Cointelegraph approached Ripple for a comment regarding the endorsement, but did not receive a response at the time of publication. Ex-Ripple board member has joined Harris' campaign. Oh, I don't need to hear all this crap. Honestly, these people are literally the biggest fraudsters in the world. Look, Ben Bernanke, former head of the Federal Reserve, he knows that fiat currency is a fraud. Absolutely, he knows it's fraud. Making it up from nothing, taking off the gold standard. Literally, it is just literally the banks being in bed with the politicians, trying to keep everybody sweet, trying to disguise the fact that they are asset stripping the entire world with their USD currency. And then XRP just simply ripping off members of the public more. It's literally funneling more funds back into those that literally want to rob the public of it. That is it. It's unbelievable. And talking about robbing the public of this, so this was a shocking index here of, they say thousands of persons, but this is the employment level of those who are foreign born since January 2007. And the employment of those who are native born since January 2007, and that's in blue. So what we can see is they're literally this replacement. Well, they call it replacement theory. It's not really theory if they're following the literature written by I can't remember his name, Richard something or other, practitioner idealismus, where they're talking about flooding the country with immigrants and literally replacing the natives with foreigners, as it says in the Bible in Deuteronomy. You'll become the tail on the donkey. The foreigners will lend to you. This is exactly what they're doing, and the way they got rid of most native-born jobs was during the COVID scamdemic. So literally, it all went down. But I mean, look at how the employment level of foreign-borns has exploded. And again, in Chicago, they're now giving mortgages out to illegal immigrants. They're giving mortgages out to illegal immigrants and making native-borns unemployed. I mean, you can see what's going on. It's absolutely outrageous. My God. CryptoPotato here says 96% of NFTs deemed dead as market struggles with speculation and volatility. The NFT market, a complete scam, once seen as a revolutionary, is now grappling with these significant downturns, leaving many holders in the red. The non-fungible token NFT market has witnessed explosive growth followed by significant downturns over the past few years. Despite the initial hype and heavy investment, it's now grappling with severe instability. Well, again, it was pure speculation. There was no utility value in that whatsoever. Literally nothing. Oh, this is the first NFT piece of shit artwork that we've produced, and then Bleeple selling his art for $69 million, and people selling pet rocks, and all these the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and then all these other NFT. I mean, honestly, it was just an absolute shit show. And now they're finding out that it declines. Well, surprise, surprise. I mean, they're all going to be in the red. Nearly all of them on Ethereum. Countless scams. Logan Paul and all that. Oh my God. Anyway, we all here know what's going on, but I just thought I'd report on that anyway because, it's not like it wasn't predicted by moi. And Vitalik Buterin pledges Layer 2 tokens to support public goods in the Ethereum ecosystem. Vitalik Buterin reveals he hasn't invested in Layer 2 tokens, aiming to fund charitable projects rather than profit from the Ethereum ecosystem. Oh, is that right? Yeah, I saw another article where it was saying, I get more of a return from investing than Ethereum. Well, Ethereum is an absolute piece of shit. It does nothing. The gas fees on transactions are absolutely insane. So who's going to pay that much for a transaction? Somebody who thinks they're moving digital gold again. Oh, hold on a minute. I thought BTC was digital gold. Oh, no, Ethereum's actually digital gold. Well, more like a digital piece of shit. Honestly. So Ethereum co-founder Vitalik Buterin has pledged to donate all Layer 2 L2 tokens he holds to support public goods within the Ethereum ecosystem on broader charitable causes. So donate them. So he's going to give them to the charity so that they can then dump them for filthy fiat. Again, trying to show a charitable side of himself. Philanthropic is what they call it. But again, just dumping on unsuspecting members of the public. Oh yeah, but it's for charitable cause, so it's all right. Absolutely outrageous. Vitalik Buterin denies profit motive. I wonder why. Buterin was quick to respond to the allegations, emphasising that he has not sold any ETH for personal profit since 2018. Well, I'm not surprised. 2018, it was still worth an absolute fortune. How many billions do you actually need? Instead, he clarified that any proceeds from his ETH sales have been directed towards projects that contribute towards the Ethereum ecosystem or other charitable initiatives that don't contribute towards the ecosystem. Oh my God. An absolute shit show. As he said, Ethereum, we knew it wasn't going to scale, so they launched something that they knew wasn't going to be scalable beforehand because they were in a rush to do it. Scambling. That's literally all it is. So let's look at this. BSV Blockchain latest news. We've got the release of the standardized Python SDK by BSV Blockchain, an illustration of the open source contribution from the BSV ecosystem, and also Web3 for a better world. Blockchain solutions company Project Babbage shares their view of how Web3 improves the current status quo of the internet. And then the best practices for enterprise blockchain adoption. Let's read this one then. See what they've got to say about it. Web3 for a better world. Web3 is a much discussed term when it comes to blockchain technology. However, the time when startups use the term as a buzzword to draw attention to themselves is over. This is according to Lars Bo, a senior partner at a Bain company, who believes now is the time for Fortune 200 companies to adopt Web3 practices, as he pointed out at last year's London Blockchain Conference. while Web 2 enabled internet users to create their own content and allow more interaction instead of static-based websites, Web 3 went a step further. It allowed users to act more autonomously and not only create their own content but also own it. Additionally, it allows users to interact with each other peer-to-peer, or at least more directly than current, as apps and platforms dictate the conditions of exchange, communication and interaction. The basis for users' new relationship with content and other users is the blockchain, which enables the exchange and ownership of digital assets and tokens. This can represent not only digital content but also real existing objects and have a yet unexplored amount of possibilities for apps and services. As a result, not only can completely new business models be developed, but existing business practices can also be completely digitized. However, a theoretical discussion can easily get lost in unrealistic speculation and idealization. It therefore makes more sense to present companies that are working on Web3 solutions, but first let's introduce requirements for Web3 solutions. What is requirement to realize Web3 solutions? Well, it's BSV only, really. If we divide the structure of Web3 into its essential components, the blockchain would be the foundation of Web3. And again, data can only be commoditized one way, which is what blockchain enables, but that's with the BSV protocol. That is it. It's the only way you can actually own your own data. While connected APIs and wallets can be seen as a second layer, which in turn are connected to the third level, the apps and services. For all processes to run smoothly, blockchain must be scalable. With Terranode, the BSV blockchain can process more than 1 million transactions per second, and a single transaction costing only a fraction of a cent on average, and therefore the most scalable blockchain technology is there. But other factors such as security or compliance with regulators also need to be addressed. Since BSV, unlike other blockchains, does not require an off-chain infrastructure to scale, there are virtually no attack vectors. Very true. In addition, the BSV blockchain is built to work within the legal system and is fully compliant with all current regulations. That's because it's a commodity. Showcasing the power of Web3 solutions, Project Babbage. Many, but not all projects that work with the blockchain can be labeled as Web3. Most companies and projects that offer blockchain and token-based solutions are not keen to call themselves Web3. This includes Project Babbage, which can serve as a showcase for Web3 solutions in the BSV ecosystem. Project Babbage has a strong vision to build a comprehensive infrastructure that emphasizes user-centric practices, transparency and collaboration. Exemplary for this vision is Babbage's idea that users should not log into apps and websites, but rather they should log into user accounts. Interesting. Founder Ty Everett has worked on a couple of solutions that help to develop digital contracts, identity management, secure payments, and messaging systems. His vision is to make users autonomous and independent of platforms. By building a digital ecosystem where individuals own their digital identities, Project Babbage seeks to empower users in their online interactions, ensuring security and control over their information, and thus a good showcase for how Web3 as a concept could improve the current status of the internet. Very much looking forward to that. I mean, all this Web3 literally garbage nonsense that we've heard before is just simply a smokescreen. Like, you know, we had women of BSV, and then the powers that be created, you know, women who Web3 or women of Web3 and all that in the same colours and all that. I mean, literally, it's just what they're creating is absolute garbage. It can only be built on BSV. That is it, literally. Right, let's have a look at a little bit of 365 days of Bitcoin history. So on the 6th of September 2021, El Salvador became the first country in history to buy BTC, apparently in 2021. And then September 7th, the following day, they said, this was a quote here from Satoshi Nakamoto. So 7th of September 2010, another option is to reduce the number of free transactions allowed per block before transaction fees are required. Nodes only take so many kilobytes of free transactions per block before they start requiring at least 1 cent transaction fees. And that was actually written by Satoshi Nakamoto. On the 7th of September, El Salvador officially adopted Bitcoin as legal tender. And there we can see the date there, 7th of September 2021. El Salvador Bitcoin Day. That's actually pretty epic. And on the 8th of September, back in 2014, we've got the FBI's story of finding Silk Road servers. Sounds a lot like hacking. Let's have a look at this. Get a story by Wired magazine. FBI's story of finding Silk Road servers sounds a lot like hacking. Yeah, to hear the FBI tell it, tracking down the secret server behind the billion-dollar drug market known as the Silk Road was as easy as knocking on a door. The Bureau's latest court filing in the case describes how the hidden site accidentally revealed its location to anyone who visited its login page, thanks to hear the FBI tell it, tracking down the secret server behind the billion-dollar drug market. Yeah, okay. Can't read all of that, but yeah, there we go. Look at that. He seized the site for Silk Road. There's no way they could have found that without hacking, but they denied it. You know, what are you going to do? Tell them that they did hack it. It's just a back and forwards. The fact is, they've got power, they've got guns, and they've got economic power. That is it. Nothing is going to stop them, and they know it. They can act above the law. Shocking, but not shocked. Anyway, while we're here, let's have a quick look at the figures here. We've got Bitcoin at $44 again, like up from sort of like $35. That's doing all right. It's currently just 18.8% more profitable to mine on Gregcoin than Bitcoin. 23,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Gregcoin, though. Yeah, all right. Let's look at the Neil Oliver video where he actually mentioned BSV. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Got 93,000 views 6 days ago. 93,000 views. And what effect has it had? Look at that. Still on a bit of a tear. Still on a tear. Bitcoin versus Gregcoin. And that literally correlates. Look, 2nd of September. When was this released? 2nd of September. Look at that. 2nd of September. It absolutely correlates. Like, whoa. Whoa. That must have had some serious impact. Amazing. Right, there we go. That's a 16-minute show. We'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed it. So, as ever, if you enjoy these updates, please ding your donations for your appreciation to either Satoshi@Sembi.com, Handcash.io, Simply.cash, Relasia.com, Rockwallet.me, or Senti.ch. We'll leave you there. Hope you enjoyed it. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.